The Pregnant Care Show is proudly brought to you by
Spretonic,
Flourish Formula.
It's normal to feel tearful, emotionally fragile, and tired during the first few weeks after baby is born. But eventually, you would really begin to feel yourself again. The journey of motherhood can be struggle for most women, not knowing what to do and what to do at a time. How then do I cope with these other duties and journey? How do I take care of myself, and what should be my priorities during this phase? How do I get back to being me again? Becoming a mother is one of the best feelings a woman would want to experience. And having to welcome a new baby and its responsibilities could be a whole lot to deal with. Would I get my life back to normal like before? How is it going to be, and how is the postpartum phase going to be? On today's episode, we are going to look at life after pregnancy, everything you should know about life after pregnancy, how to deal with this phase, and how to overcome the pains and depressions of this phase. You are welcome to the Pregnancy Care Show. My name is Dede. The show is brought to you by Flourish and Spretonic. So for today's episode, we still have with us Auntie Eunice. She'll be taking us through life after pregnancy and the journey after birth. Hello, Auntie Eunice.
Hello, Dede.
You're welcome to the Pregnant Care Show.
Thank you.
So we'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, the show still continues. Welcome back. If you just joined us, it's the Pregnancy Care Show brought to you by Flourish and Spretonic. My name is Dede. So Auntie Eunice, how is life like after birth? Probably you're pregnant, you've delivered, now postpartum after birth. How is life like?
Okay, thank you very much, Dede, once again. Life after pregnancy, it's a whole lot. You get so much mixed feelings, you know, after the 9 months journey, you feel so fulfilled, so rewarded. So you have joy, that sometimes there could be sadness, and there's a fear of the unknown, you know, so it's a mixture of joy, worry, you know, that kind of thing, but it is in total a very pleasant and a fulfilling feeling.
Okay, so what is the joy in motherhood? Let me ask.
Dede? That is why they say bundle of joy.
Okay.
After 9 months of this journey, some people don't have pregnancy easy at all. So you can imagine carrying a baby for the 9 months, and then finally you have your baby is healthy, there are no issues. Man, you can't contain your joy. It's so fulfilling, like joyous, exciting, and a good moment.
Okay, so a good moment. Then what changes when one becomes a mother?
First, your body image is not going to be like it used to be. Of course, during this 9 months journey, you've acquired like 12 kg in addition, or 5 or more kg in addition to what you already had. Your breast is not going to be the same. Your breast size is going to change. Your eating habits would have to change. Your sleeping pattern, everything would have to change, because if you're sleeping 6 to 8 hours continuously when your baby was inside of you, now baby is out, baby is demanding feed virtually every 2 hours. So that is going to change your sleeping pattern, it's going to change your eating pattern. You have to be drinking more water, eating more. So a lot of things change when baby comes out, I mean when you deliver.
Okay. So before we continue, are there any post-delivery complications? Probably I'm pregnant, I don't expect that after I have my baby, I should have any more complications. But then, should there be complications, or are there any post-delivery complications?
Yes, there are. Some of these complications include immediately after birth, you could bleed more than 500 mils, and that we call postpartum hemorrhage.
Okay.
It's a complication after delivery that you may experience. You may have some form of infection. You may even have things we call fistula, especially if you had a delayed or a prolonged stage of labor. It could be the first stage, or something went wrong during your second stage. You can actually have bruises at your perineal area, and that could even be infected. They could do something that is called episiotomy. That is when the perineal area is cut nicely in a straight edge so that it opens up the outlets where baby is coming from, and that can get infected. You could even get sepsis. That is, if there are some retained products in the uterus that was not able, it wasn't able to come out totally, you can get infection out of that. And so many other complications may arise after delivery. You can even have what we call postpartum depression, which is also a complication that could happen after delivery.
How should I care for myself after delivery?
Okay, so after delivery, like we said, a lot of things will change in the body. Let's say during your, you had a normal birth and then you had some bruises. We will educate you, or we'll teach you how to do sit bath. In the sit bath, you sit in a bowl of warm water, and then you put salt. We advise the sea salt in it, and then you sit inside for like 10, 15, 20 minutes every morning, and if you can, every evening. That helps the perineal area to heal faster. We also educate you to be exercising. That could be done 4 weeks to 6 weeks after delivery, depending on the client's health. If you can, mild exercises to help your tummy tuck back, and then you can also do Kegels exercise. That is a very simple exercise that is done as we are sitting right now. You can actually do it. You do it by holding up your perineal area. Okay. Let's say you want to wee-wee, and at the moment there's no place for you to wee-wee. That holding back of the wee-wee in there, it's what we call the Kegels exercise. So you hold on to that muscle, tighten it up for like 10 seconds, you release it, 10 seconds, you release it, and that strengthens the muscles and takes it back to its pre-pregnant state.
Okay.
And your eating habits would encourage you to be eating more. You need to be drinking a lot of water, like 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. When we say a glass of water, we are looking at about 250 mils of water. So when we can actually take the bottle, the Voltic, the 500 mils, yeah, 4 of that in a day. That's ideal. And also after breastfeeding, we advise that you take a glass of water after each feed to replace what you have already lost, so that your lactation could be increased and more.
What should I eat after birth? Probably I've just delivered, or have delivered for a few weeks. I do not really want to put on much weight. I still want to have my body image, you know, look so snatched and all that. What should I eat after I have delivered? When
it comes to eating, we don't restrict mothers to a particular meal or a particular food. Our local meals that we are eating, we only advise that they take more soupy diets. Okay. Our granules, our palm nut soups, our light soups, the green soups, and all, they're all good. They actually help with the lactation of the milk. So when it comes to food, we don't restrict you, but we advise that you eat at least 4 times a day as a lactating mother. When you're not pregnant, you're probably eating 3-course meal, but once baby comes in, you're advised to be eating at least 4 times in a day, just to make up for the extra thing that you're bringing out.
Okay. Should there be anything I should avoid eating? Probably I'm breastfeeding. Should there be anything I should avoid?
Not necessarily. It depends on you. If you may be on certain medications that may not be good for your baby, or certain foods you realize that when you take, you react to it, then you would have to steady yourself. But we don't restrict you that once you've given birth, people will see that you don't take snails, you don't take this, you don't take... No. It's open to you. Whatever you feel is satisfying to you and it's okay to be eaten, you can eat. Just that you don't take things that would be detrimental to your health. You understand? Like this sand clay, they call it shui. People take it, they have pica, they take it during pregnancy, and even after birth, they still would want to take it because they have that urge to take it. We advise that you desist from taking it.
Somebody who has just delivered, how long should it take for her to start tying her tummy, wrapping her tummy and all that?
After 6 weeks, if you had a normal birth and you are comfortable with it, you can actually start exercising. And if you want to use a tummy tag, and we also advise that you tug in your tummy when you are on your own, like you hold your abdominal muscles in on your own. That is also another form of exercise that helps the muscles tighten up. Okay, so you can wear your corsets at your comfort, but then it should be after 6 weeks. That is if you had a normal birth. If you had a cesarean section, it's advisable to wait like 2 months because you have a cut below your abdomen and you may not want to put so much pressure on that area because you can actually bruise the cuts and then you end up having lacerations there and so much discomfort. So you give yourself time to make sure the wound is really healed before you can actually start using your tummy tags or your corsets.
Should all attention be given to baby?
Why should all the attention be given to baby? That won't be fair. Okay, yes, the baby is a bundle of joy, the most exciting thing that probably has happened to the family at that moment. But you should know that the mother should have some attention for herself. She should also create time for the partner, create time for other babies and other household chores. So in as much as baby is bringing us so much joy and excitement, it shouldn't all be about baby. You should create time and apportion your schedule such that you can actually have time for your partner. You can have time for yourself. As a mother, once baby, you know, your sleeping cycle changes when you give birth because of night feedings. So once babies sleep, we advise that you, the mother, you also catch some rest. Even if you're not going to sleep completely, you can actually lie on the bed and rest so that you can have some time for yourself. That would even help your breast milk to lactate better.
Okay, so having time for your partner brings us to the fact that when can I resume sexual activity?
It depends on the person as usual, when you feel you are comfortable with it. If you had a normal birth, after 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, it will be ideal. But if you had a cesarean section, depending on the individual's desire, ability, and comfort, she can start. 6 weeks is not bad, but some people would want 8 weeks or even 12 weeks before you can start. So we don't have a strict time. It depends on when the woman is comfortable and if she has the desire for it. The two of them agrees and then they do it gently.
Okay. So getting back to your pre-pregnant stage is a process. Do not force it. You've been pregnant for 9 whole months, so it will take time for you to get back to that stage. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll find out more on life after pregnancy and also see what our viewers have for us.
Flourish Formula is a liquid herbal iron extract with the benefits of organic iron 3 polymaltose plus vitamin C and other B-complex vitamins, the base of fruit juices and yeast. Flourish Formula helps increase your energy level, stamina, and highly nutritional, and also reduces tiredness and fatigue. It contains vitamin B1, B2, B6, B12, and C. Flourish Formula helps keep the family smart, healthy, and strong. For enquiries, contact Unicom Chemist Limited on 0302 324 595 or 0302 324 383. You can also email unicomchemist@yahoo.com or visit www.unicomchemist.com. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a mother? Are you trying to conceive? Have you had challenges with conception? Do you have a story to share? We are dedicated to helping you solve your problems. Join us on your favorite pregnancy care show and share your experiences with us.
Se oba ne nyema ade ehia pa ese wo ye ne se In my first pregnancy, I expected that my body would go through some changes. Yes, and then at the end of the changes, I was expecting to deliver a baby safely.
Remember, sharing is caring, and your experience will encourage and help someone. Contact us on 050-166-1330 or send a message to all our social media platforms at The Pregnancy Care Show, and we will get back to you.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, it's still the Pregnancy Care Show, and we are looking at life after pregnancy. So, Auntie Eunice, how supportive should a male partner be after delivery?
Okay, so pregnancy is not an individual's
affair.
Exactly. So now baby is out, and we are expecting our partners to be in this game with us.
Okay.
You understand? So the man can actually also learn how to change the baby's diaper. You can learn how to feed the baby. If you're doing exclusive breastfeeding, you can give the expressed breast milk to the father to also feed the baby while the mother catches some nap or rest. And you can actually help with household chores like washing, cooking, cleaning plates and all that. The man can actually help. So we need everything. It has to be a total something. Everything the woman used to do, now the man can actually come in to help. So we need that support. He should be a total support.
But it's the women that go for maternity leave. The fathers do not go. So why should they give all that help?
Yeah. We even need it because you don't get the maternity leave or whatever. Some companies do. Some companies give some time to the men whose wife have given birth. Like you get like a month or two, and I think that is okay for you, the man, to be there for us. Yes, you go to work, but then you still close and come home. So when you come home, the little that you can also do for us, like you can even take baby, rock baby, you know, sing to baby, attend to baby's needs, like changing the diaper and other things, and you're going to appreciate it. I mean, women would appreciate it so much if their partners are doing this for them.
So how delicate is postpartum period, considering the complications like postpartum depression, blues and all that? How delicate is that moment or that phase?
Okay, it's very delicate, especially if the woman doesn't have support.
Okay. At
that moment, you feel like the whole world is on you. You feel like, I mean, why do I have to go through all this all by myself? And that is when, if you're not careful, the woman gently or gradually drags to the other side of the joy. You know, you may have people who are actually beating their babies because baby is crying so much, and at that time she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't have any support. She gets so anxious and so worried. So it's a very delicate period, and we need to address it and look at that period very well. Ensure the mother has some form of support. Ensure she has some form of rest and some form of love is shown towards her. Then in totality, she can also have that peace of mind to take care of the bundle of joy God has blessed her with.
Oh, that's nice. So is it okay to leave baby at home and then have some me time?
Oh yes, it's very right and very ideal for the mother to have me time. You know, some moments to yourself where baby is not crying for you to hear, and where baby is not pooing for you to change diapers and all that. At least 2-hour walk in the neighborhood or sitting at the beach, you know, that's self-time is very, very important. So if you have good support, they can take over baby's care, and then you drive out or take a stroll in your neighborhood, or even be in the room and watch movie, you know, without distraction, your favorite movie, or sleep if you don't mind.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong in leaving baby to have your main time. Let's hit the street to find out what our viewers have for us on today's episode.
My name is Forgive and I'm from Kumasi. I want to ask doctor about how important is my postnatal hospital visit.
My name is Gloria Onoma. I wanted to ask the doctor,
What is the right time for my baby to start a daycare school?
So those were some comments and questions from our viewers on the street. Auntie Eunice, a viewer would want to find out how important is postnatal visits? Should I even come for postnatal visits? Is it necessary? Why don't I stay home? So what is the importance of postnatal visits?
Postnatal visit is equally important. It's one of the triad. We have the antenatal, the intrapartum, and the postnatal.
Okay.
So you don't leave postnatal out, because that is the period baby is going to be examined, and that happens the first within the first 24 to 48 hours. Baby is examined to make sure everything is okay with baby. You, the mother, you are examined to make sure you are lactating, to see if you had flat nipples. Now it's actually coming out. There are no clogged breast mills. Your breast is not engorging, and after the first 7 days you come back for assessment. We look out for jaundice, because it's very possible that after delivery, the baby may go through what we call physiological jaundice. That goes away on its own if baby is being breastfed very well. So all those assessments happens during the postnatal period. So if you skip it, how are we going to know when you are drawing to the abnormal, so that immediate response or immediate care would be given to you? So postnatal period is very important, because you, mother, you are assessed, baby is assessed, to rule out any negativities, or to tackle swaying off to the other side immediately, so that the necessary treatment will be given.
Okay, so our last viewer is asking, when can I take my child to a daycare school?
It also depends on the mother and her schedule. If she is a corporate woman that should have to resume work exactly 3 months after delivery, then, and she doesn't have support, then she would have to look for a nanny, or she may be forced to take the baby to a daycare. Some may have support throughout till like baby is like 2 years. So at that time, if you feel you can afford, then you can take, there's no fast rule about when baby should go to the crèche or to attend school. If your support ends at a point, then that is when you carry on to the crèche or the school. Okay. But there's no fast track rule on when you should take your child to.
So our final question, how often should I have my kids? I mean, probably I'm planning to get like maybe 5-7 kids. What is the right spacing between them so that I can finish up and then live my normal life?
Okay, so as part of the antenatal education we give them, we introduce to them family planning as well. And that is a method you're going to use to help you space out your children. Pregnancy and its baby taken care of is a period that you need to focus on to help you give much time for the care of the baby. So we advise that if you want to give birth to like 4, at least 3-year interval or 2-year interval is ideal. But you don't give birth 1 year, 6 months, you know. The kids are so closely knitted, they're not well separated. You can't even take good care of them, because this one is in diaper, this one is also in diaper. You're taking care of 2 babies born differently, but like they are twins, and that may increase your workload for you. So family planning is introduced to them during the antenatal period. You decide on informed choice. And then you choose one that will be good for you, so that it helps you space out your number of children you want to give. So if you are ready to go for the next pregnancy, you stop your family planning method and hope that you get pregnant.
Okay. You look very stunning. So how has life been for you personally after all your birth?
Oh, for me personally, I've had support, and I think that has really helped me. My mom is there to support. My husband has been very supportive. I mean, when we got married, he actually didn't know anything about babies, because he actually never saw it in his family. But then he was ready to learn, and then I taught him how to even change diaper. I was doing part-time, so I had to even resume work earlier than my time. But my husband took time from his work, and he was taking care of the baby at that time when I was doing extra locum. So getting support is very, very important, and it helps you, the mother, you turn out to be healthy, you look younger, and you look prettier and happy for your nation and for the family.
Okay, so getting support after birth is very important. On this note, we'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at our tips for today's episode.
Yo, Kojo, you look happy and strong.
Yeah, Charlie. But I couldn't have done it without you, you know. Madam was always complaining. But ever since you introduced me to Spetonic, life has been good.
Spetonic helps boost the immune system, fitness level, and performance. A tablet a day is all you need, man.
Spetonic, strong as a wood. For inquiries, contact Unicom Chemist Limited on 0302 324595 or 0302 324383. Email info@unicomchemist.com.
Spretonic is not suitable for persons under 18. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. If you just joined, it's still the Pregnancy Care Show, and that was our couple moment. Let's look at our tip for today's episode. Having a child or children is not a limit to taking good care of yourself. After birth, pay good attention to yourself. Eat well, exercise, take a walk out, have fun, and get all the support you can. Remember, children will grow and go. Santi Eunice, what is your final word for our viewers on today's episode? Anything you should tell them on today's topic on life after pregnancy, how to get back, how to have fun, and all that?
Okay, so pregnancy and giving birth is a beautiful moment. You have that bundle of joy, sealing all your toils and your wahala. Okay, so it's very, very important for mothers to get all the supports they need. It's very, very, very important. I'm stressing on it because without the support, she can actually sway up to what we call puerperal psychosis. So we are encouraging partners, relatives, in-laws, mothers to be very supportive at that moment when the baby has finally come out. She needs to have fun. She needs to take good care of herself, eat well, drink a lot of water, exercise if she can. And then when she feels she's okay, resume her sex life. And that will seal the joy in the family, making us all very happy.
Okay, so thank you, Auntie Eunice, so much for coming on today's episode.
Thank you, Dede.
Thank you for watching this week's episode. Keep following us on all our social media handles, sending your comments and your questions, and keep subscribing to our YouTube channel, like and share. You can also follow me on my personal IG page @dede_gal, sending your comments, sending your questions. The show was sponsored by Flora Dish and Spetonic. My name is Dede. See you next week.